Hi there, and welcome to your 1 hour yin practice with me, Jenny. Today we're going to need a few props for our class. So I have a couple of blocks here. I also have a strap. We may or may not use a strap. I might advise you if you want to use it throughout the practice, so handy to have. If you don't have a strap, many other things can work the same as a strap like that. So resistance bands, dressing gown straps, dog leads, pillows, or a bolster. So your choice. And then we're going to start this practice on our backs. So we'll be in pentacle pose. So some of these positions I'll demonstrate for you. I'll come into them quickly, and then I may not stay in them for huge amounts of time, but you will. Okay, so come and find your way onto your back, maybe using an eye pillow to block out the light or just something over your eyes, and rest. So we start in pentacle to allow ourselves to arrive, so to come into the space. Eyes are closed for a moment. Arms beside you, palms facing up. So I'd like to invite you to come into a bit of a body scan. You're going to start at the crown of your head and work all the way down to the tips of your toes. So just noticing as you go any areas that feel a little tense. And I want you to send your breath to those areas. I'd like you to place your hands onto your tummy. Stay and lay down as you are. Keep the eyes closed. Connecting to your breath. Let's take 3 long breaths together. Take a deep breath in. And then a long breath out. Breathe in and then breathe out. One more time, inhale and then exhale. So now just allow your breath to soften. Be very much aware of your breath in this practice, but try not to control it. Pay attention to how you're feeling right now. How is, first of all, the physical body? Because we tend to go there first of all. How is that? After your body scan, do you feel a little bit more relaxed, less tense? Now, how are you in your head today? Whatever time of day you've chosen to practice this, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, how do you feel? to draw your knees into your tummy. So wrap your hands around your knees and just have a little rock from left to right. Still keep those eyes closed and push the tailbone into the ground, massaging yourself there in your lower back. I want you to come to center, drop the knees to the right, turn your head to the left. Let's come back to center with those knees, drop them to the left, turn the head to the right. Using your right hand now, bring yourself to a seated position. So we're going to come into our first long held stretch, which will be dragonfly. So you might choose to either sit up on a block or a pillow. So I'll demonstrate by sitting on a pillow today. And what that does, you may not, you may choose to just stay on your mat. So by coming onto a pillow or a prop, any sort of prop, it sort of lifts you up. So we're going to then take the legs out and bring ourselves up nice and straight and use another prop, whether that's a block or a bolster. We're going to pop it there. If it's a bolster, it can be lengthways, or you could use a bolster and a block. Okay, and then bring yourself forwards. Try to let those feet relax now. And we're going to be here now for 4 minutes. Close the eyes. Notice where you're feeling this now. Do you feel it more on the inside of your legs, first of all? Do you feel it down the backs, into your hamstrings, your calves? Or is it into the lower back? And as we hold this, the sensations will change. Close your eyes. Notice where your attention goes as we hold this position. If the mind's starting to skip off and get a little too busy, and come back to what you're feeling. What are you feeling physically? Has the sensation changed? As we're halfway through, maybe you're settling in a little more. You're noticing the body is easily folding forward. Coming out of the position is just as important as coming in. So we're going to very, very slowly bring ourselves up. Put the prop to the side. And then lift your legs up to bring them back into center. And make your way now onto your back. So you're going to come and lie down in pentacle as a rebound pose. Okay, so take your time, no rush. Close your eyes. If it's a little bit cool where you are, make sure you're warm. Use a blanket. So as we practice yin, the body temperature drops. So look after yourself during the practice. Keep yourself warm and comfortable. Pillows underneath our knees is helpful to give the lower back space. Bolsters work just the same. So let's bring the knees in towards the body. Roll to your left. Use your right hand and safely bring yourself to a seat. So we're going to come into another forward fold. So sitting on a prop, if that's a pillow, if that's a block, that is an option. As before, you don't have to. It can just sometimes help lift you up to allow you to come forward a little easier so you're not sort of collapsing back. Caterpillar. Okay, so caterpillar, I'll demonstrate using a bolster. So you can use bolsters, you can use more pillows, you can use some blocks. The beauty of this practice being at home is that you've got so many things around you, so you can bring them into the practice. There's never really enough props. There's never too many in yin. Okay, so bringing yourself into the position with the legs extended. Now your legs could be slightly apart, they could be together. Now we do practice this a lot in a flow, more energetic practice, and the feet are active. I want you to consciously relax them now. So by using the bolster, you can bring it up onto its end. You can do exactly the same with pillows and blocks. You just support your head. Okay, so bring yourself forwards, close the eyes. Okay, we're not trying to get that body all the way down to the ground. That's not our aim. And as you settle here, where do you feel this pose the most? Do you feel it initially down the backs of your legs? Is it here? Is it in your lower back? And will it change? Notice. I'm sure it will. So notice as we hold this, where the sensations change, how they move. Okay, again, as slowly as you came into this pose, you're going to come out of it. So take your time, put your props to the side, maybe use that bolster or the pillow underneath the knees as you come and lie back. So we're coming into rebound, coming into our pentacle pose, where you began where you were when we began. Close your eyes. And let's take a breath in. And a breath out. Okay, so we're going to bring those knees back in. Roll to our left, use the right hand, and bring yourself up now onto hands and knees. So coming into a tabletop position, and we're going to have a little move around, left to right. How's it feel here on the right, and how's it feel on the left? Next time you drop your hips to the left, look over your right shoulder. And then drop the hips to the right and look over the left. Let's do that one more time. Drop to the left, look right. Drop to the right and look left. And just start circling your hips. So bottom towards your heels, hips towards the mat. Reverse your circles. Let's go the other way. Good. So come to your tabletop position now. Let's just loosen up our spine. Come into the cow-cats together. Inhale. Arch your back. And then exhale, round your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, arching. And rounding. Coming to neutral now. We're going to tuck our toes underneath. Pull the belly in and let's lift up into a downward facing dog. So just here for a moment to transition. Walk out your heels. That feels good sometimes, or most of the time for most people. Then one heel to the ground and then the other. Look through the legs, breath in. And breath out. Take your right leg now to the ceiling and bend your knee. We're going to bring our right knee to our right wrist. Now, we're setting up for half pigeon, or as we call it in Yin, sleeping swan. So I'm actually going to reach back for a few pillows. You might do the same. So using a pillow underneath the head or a bolster, using a pillow underneath that right glute is a really nice way to soften this. Okay, so you might do the same. So bringing that knee forwards the knee to the wrist, and then finding that stretch, positioning yourself, and then closing down the eyes. So again, we're going to be here 4 minutes. So also bending that back knee can be helpful for some. For me, today that feels quite good to do that. It sort of eases off a little bit. Makes it less intense. If the knee has started to trouble you, then you can flip over onto your back and come into a reclined pigeon. That is an option. You're going to very slowly come out of that and sit back into a child's pose. So using pillows or bolsters underneath you for the child's pose can be nice too. So you use them as sort of a bit of a it's a pillow, little cushion there, something to cuddle. Close your eyes. How does that right side feel now in comparison to the left? So from here, lift yourself up, and let's perhaps place your pillows where you want them to be, because we're going to move in on the left hand side. So I'm going to put my pillow to the left there and keep the one up here to the top. Same applies with the bolster. We're going to lift up, downward facing dog, and then take the left leg up, bend the knee, bring the knee to the wrist, and take your time. So for me, on the right hand side, it felt better for me to stay up here. I was able to relax a bit more, and I also bent that back knee. For this side, I don't think I need to bend the back knee, so you try, see what works for you. And find that place where you can be still. Close your eyes. Taking your time now to come out of that and back into child. So sit back into child and take your right or left cheek to the mat or the pillow. Close your eyes. I'd like us to now move into a frog pose. So lifting yourself up onto your hands and your knees. So depending on what surface you're on, as I'm on quite a hard surface, I'm going to use some pillows underneath my knees. You might roll your mat up, that's an option. If you're on carpet, you might be okay. If the knees hurt anyway, if you have problems with the knees, then I suggest doing this up against the wall. The legs will be extended, a little softness in those knees, okay? That's an option. I'm going to show you now on your front, frog pose. So a lot of you will know this position already. Pay attention to how it feels when you come into it today. We take our knees out to the side, we take our feet out to the side, and you could use your bolster if you have one, or your block just at the front. Okay, so that you've got something to rest the head on. Okay, we're going to come forward like so. So feet out to the side is traditional frog. If the feet are bothered, you can bring the feet in. Okay, so you want to be a little bit lifted. You don't want to be really far forwards like that. And then close the eyes. So you're going to take your time now. Bring the hands down to the mat. Lift up, and from here make any movements that feel good. So it might be back and forth, it might be side to side. Ease up any tension you may have. Move the shoulders around and then make your way to lying on your back. So maybe these pillows come underneath the knees or the bolster, and you come and lie down, close your eyes, settling into your pentacle pose. Take a breath in and a breath out. Okay, from here we're going to move into a supported bridge. So using a block or using a bolster underneath the lower back, we're going to lift up. So from your lying down position, you're going to bend your knees. Bring the prop underneath the lower back here, and then make your choice to either stay here or extend the legs out. So that creates even more opening there into your hips. So you choose. Take your arms out to the side or rest them on your tummy. Slowly lifting, so if your legs are extended, bend your knees and then lift the hips, remove the prop, come and lie flat and just have a move around of your hips to release any tension that might be there in the lower back. Extending the legs out long, arms beside you, taking a breath in and out. Okay, let's move into a supported fish now. So using either a bolster. So if you're using a bolster, it will be lengthways down your mat. So like so, and then you bring your sacrum all the way up to the bolster and then you lie back. So we're going to come into butterfly legs if that works for you. If it doesn't, have the legs extended. So you lie back either onto this bolster or onto a block or a book. So using that in between the shoulder blades and rolling back. Okay, finding that place where you can create some space in here, your heart space, your chest. Let your arms out wide. Take up as much space as you have and you can. And take some long inhales and exhales while you're here. So you're going to bring your knees in together, roll to the left, remove the prop, and then come and settle into your final rest. So it might feel a little bit intense as you come and lie back from that heart opener. Take some time, move around if you need to, and then come and find a place where you can be still. Extend the legs out, tap the arms beside you, palms facing up. Eyes closed. Let's take a breath in and a breath out. Deep rest. Cherish your connection to the universe. My relationship with the universe used to be different. I felt separate, apart, disconnected from the rest of the world. My vision of God used to be different too. I used to see God as sitting on a throne, separate and apart from this world. I still see God as a supreme creative force, but the separateness is melting, changing, transforming into something new. Now I see God, the energy of God, and the divine, and divine love as part of all that is, the breath of life in every living thing. I used to see the world as made up of individual and separate components. I used to see people as disconnected and essentially powerless in a world separated from God. Each thing, each person and action a distinctly different operation or event from any other, from the whole. Now I see a planet full of people connected to the divine. And now I see a universe connected by a divine thread that weaves throughout all that is, was, and will be. A living universe that is alive, magical, connected by universal love, connected by divine love. Enter into a relationship with the universe, a relationship as alive, as active, as vital as any other relationship. And then know that you are connected to the world and everything in it. Know that universal love, divine love, is real, and you're an important part of it. Now, as you're practicing this on record, you might like to just pause the video and stay here a little while longer. You're ready to start moving with me. So start moving your fingers now and your toes. Move your head from right to left. Take your arms over your head, point your toes forward and have a really big stretch. Just keep your eyes closed. Bring your knees to your tummy, giving yourself a big hug. And then roll to your left. Using your right hand to bring yourself up to a safe, comfortable seat with your hands at your heart, at the top of your mat. Now is an opportunity to check in. How do you feel right now? Thank yourself for making this time for you today. Take a breath in and a breath out. Bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center. With a quiet mind and an open heart, we close our practice together by saying Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing, and well done for making this time for you, setting this time aside in your day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and your week ahead, and that I see your face very soon.